The word which Isaiah the son of Amoz saw in Judah and Jerusalem. And in the last days the hill of the house of the Lord shall be made ready in the top of the hills, and shall be raised above little hills, and all heathen men shall flow to him. And many people shall go and shall say, Come ye, ascend we to the hill of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob. And he shall teach us in the ways, and we shall go in the paths of him. For why the law shall go out of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Zion, from Jerusalem. And he shall deem heathen men, and he shall reprove many peoples, and they shall weld together their swords into shares, and their spears into sickles, either scythes. Folk shall no more raise sword against folk, and they shall no more be exercised, either haunted to battle. Come ye, the house of Jacob, and go we in the light of the Lord. For sooth thou hast cast away thy people, the house of Jacob, for they be filled as sometime before. They had false diviners by the chittering of birds, as Philistines, and they cleave to alien children. The land is filled with silver and gold, and none end is of the treasures thereof. And the land thereof is filled with horses, and the four-horsed carts thereof be innumerable. And the land thereof is filled with idols, and they worship the work of their hands, which their fingers made. And a man bowed himself, and a man of full age was made low. Therefore forgive thou not to them. Enter thou, people of Judah, into a stone. Be thou hid in a ditch in earth, from the face of the dead of the Lord, and from the glory of his majesty. The eyes of an high man be made low, and the highness of men shall be bowed down. For sooth the Lord alone shall be enhanced in that day. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be on each proud man and high, and on each boaster, and he shall be made low. And on all the cedars of the Lebanon high and raised, and on all the oaks of Bashan, and on the all high mountains, and on all little hills that be raised, and on each high tower, and on each strong wall, and on all ships of Tarshish, and on all things which is fair in sight. And all the highness of men shall be bowed down, and the highness of men shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be raised in that day, and idols shall be broken altogether utterly, and they shall enter into the dens of stones, and into the swallows of earth, from the face of inward dread of the Lord, and from the glory of his majesty, when he shall rise to smite the land. In that day a man shall cast away the idols of his silver, and the simulacra of his gold, which he had made to himself, for to worship moldwarps and bats. And he shall enter into chinks, either crazings of stones, and into the caves of hard rocks, from the face of the inward dread of the Lord, and from the glory of his majesty, when he shall rise to smite the land. Therefore cease ye from a man whose spirit is in his nostrils, for he is reckoned high.